Jerome Span. Of course, I'm here to tell you about our sponsor today. And our sponsor is, of course, and will forever be longstanding. Hey, mind you, he don't give me no money, but this is my man's. I got to hold him down. It is Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, Swopes is out here trying to change lives. He's trying to help get these young athletes into college each and every week. Every day he dedicates a lot of time to this. This man has a serious passion for helping others further their education and further their lives in with a lot of great ways. They are on Facebook. Make sure you look up Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Swopes is spelled Swopes. It is ran by Mr. Nathaniel Swopes Jr. He is the man in Houston, if y'all don't know. But yes, make sure you go check him out if you're trying to get your kid into school, or hell, if you're even a kid here that's thinking about going into school and you want to try and keep playing, keep your athletic career going, make sure you go check out Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. He is the man that is going to help you keep that dream going. So make sure you follow them on Facebook, and you can get right a hold of Mr. Swopes there. He will help you get into college and keep your dream going for continuing to play your sports. So again, people, Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Check it out now. Help change some kid around you that you know's future, or hell, even your future.
Yeah, Enigma in the house. My man J Span, Titan Studios. It's called From the Heart. Keeping it real is what all the song's about. Never selling your soul. Always staying true to yourself. Alright, yeah. Check it out. Money, cars. What would never lead you far unless you gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money, cars. What would never lead you far unless you gonna spit it from the start. Man, money, cars. What would never lead you far unless you gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money.
And welcome back to your favorite weekly sports show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is ITC Sportsball, and I am your man, Jerome Span. Of course, Pretty's face on ITC. Don't you forget it, baby. And, of course, we've got the Sportsball crew in the building with us. We've got the originator of this whole ITC thing. Some of y'all know him as Pop Pop. Some of y'all know him as the Ace. If you get into his face, he will put you in your place. Ladies and gentlemen, here's that man, Terrell.
Hashtag fire Jerry.
Oh, wow. You're getting on it for him?
Yep.
Jesus. And then, of course, we've got ITC's resident hot take spitter, the man who rips like Dylon spits. He is the modern day Ali on the microphone. When he steps into your home, all your ladies is gone. And he's the big man holding it down for Tootie. Ladies and gentlemen, he is that man.
Hey, you know it's your boy Mace here, ready to go. And, you know, we'll reevaluate Jerry at the end of the season, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we'll reevaluate.
Hold on. He got the lower third saying hashtag fire Jerry. He ain't changed it. We can change it every show. He just kept it. So I say, is it hashtag reevaluate Jerry now? Is it hashtag reevaluate?
Wait till the end of the season, bro. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is, why we gotta wait till the end of the season? He went and got y'all Q-Will, and y'all still got them draft picks. What do you have to complain about at this point, Mason? Tell me.
That's why I said reevaluate. That's why I said reevaluate.
No, you can stop to reevaluate. You have nothing to complain about. You are back in that space where you have nothing to complain about. I don't want to hear nothing about the Michael Parsons trade. Zero. I don't want to hear nothing out of you. No complaints. You know why? Because he went and did the right thing. He went and got y'all a dog. He went and y'all got y'all two dogs. Because when Kenny Clark get back right, when you got him and Q-Will on the inside, y'all gonna be doing work. So don't even. I don't want to hear your complaints.
That's why we wait to the end of the season to reevaluate. He's earned the rest of this season.
Oh God! But notice though, Terrell, how you was right. That fire Jerry didn't change at the bottom though, but he's saying we got to reevaluate. Mm-hmm. Okay. All
hey
right,
man, because hey bro, the job is always on the line, bro. If this man don't bring back George Pickens, bro, he can go. That's all I'm saying.
Here's my thing. once again, we say fire Jerry, but Jerry the owner. So who gonna fire Jerry? The other owners from the NFL? Nah, they gonna let him suck.
Listen, bro. All I know, hey man, Sandman is Father Time is undefeated. Come get this man, bro. God.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. All that being said, though, we do got some things we got to get into. We, of course, tell you, make sure you like, subscribe us, rate us, review us. If you only give us 4 stars, instead of giving us 5 stars, I'm inclined to think that you are a hater. You don't want me to think that. Because when I see you, I'm going to call you out on your shit. So, that being said, make sure you hit that like button for us while you are here on whatever platform you are, because we are on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and somewhere else. I can't remember where. All that being said, got to get this thing rolling. Last night was AEW Full Gear. We seem to have some big moments there at the show last night. So, T, you tell us, last night, AEW Full Gear, who were the big winners and losers, including our guy, Samoa Joe?
All right, so obviously the big winner, the biggest winner is definitely going to be Samoa Joe. He gets another title reign in AEW. Like I say, top tier, one of the best wrestlers out there, and like I say, always love to see him get a shine. But the other person I would say was a big winner last night was Mark Briscoe, because this is a guy who, like, the man is just so good in the ring. He's got a weird charisma to him. Like, if you watch Mark Briscoe, you're just like, I'm not sure what he's saying, but I like it. And something about him is just genuine. And like, and I will say, I've met Mark Briscoe a couple times in real life. One of the nicest human beings you could ever come across. Like that, like when you hear that some wrestlers are like absolutely family men, that's Mark Briscoe in a nutshell. Now, as far as big losers of the night, I'm going to give it to the AEW fans, everybody that watched Full Gear. And the only reason I say that is not because of the quality of the show, but AEW still has this continuous problem. And I think it's a bleed over from when they first started. Because if anybody remembers, AEW used to do quarterly pay-per-views. Okay, you got a 5-hour pay-per-view every quarter. That's understandable. But now they've gone to the monthly. Hold on. Go ahead, Mace. You got something you want to say? 5
hours, brother?
Oh,
the Super Bowl ain't even 5 hours, dog.
Let me explain to you where I get the summation of the 5 hours. Okay, so they have their pre-show, which starts at 6. I was watching with good friend of the show, Debo. Let's say me and Debo were watching last night. From 6 to almost 11:30 at night, nothing but wrestling. And the pay-per-view started at 7. Like, I understand too, like, say you're trying to throw as many people on the show as possible, but there were some matches that would have been better left for like a Dynamite or a Collision, as opposed to like the funny thing is so many wrestling fans complain, well, WWE doesn't give us enough matches on the paper, on the PLEs and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so they give you 5 to 6 matches on the WWE PLE. They give you about 10 to 12 on an AEW show. And I don't think who? Go ahead.
Who has time for that? Listen, brother.
A single brothers with no kids. That's who.
10 matches for one pay-per-view, brother?
Yeah.
Who's got time for that?
Let's see here. Hold on. I'm gonna double check the card, but no, I'm sorry. On the main card, there was 8 matches. 8 matches.
So there was an undercard on the pay-per-view?
There was a pre-show, yes.
A pre-show, like pre-show matches?
Yep.
Listen, bro.
And mind you, one of the pre-show matches bled into the pay-per-view. Like, when you tune into the pay-per-view, the match that started in the pre-show was still going on when you got onto the live pay-per-view.
Listen, bro. I'm gonna need somebody to tighten that thing up, because ain't no way.
I say it's
no way.
Hey, but the thing is, like, if this was like I say, if this was a quarterly pay-per-view, I could understand it. But they're doing pay-per-views monthly, and monthly it's consistently that. And the thing is, there were people that should have been on the show that weren't. There's people that I was hoping to see like in the pre-show that weren't. And granted, yes, one of the best moments of all last night was the return of the most dangerous man in pro wrestling, Swerve Strickland. And like I say, and he got the reception that he deserved, being a big star. But it's one of those situations where you have to think like, okay, it's a Saturday night. I'm cool with watching an AEW pay-per-view on a Saturday night, but what about when we bleed into Sundays? And I'm not talking about them Sundays that are right before, a Monday off for the majority of the masses. I'm talking about a Sunday where I'm like, I got to go to work tomorrow. Like say, like 11, let's say 5 hours is a long time. 4 hours is a long time. I mean, that's the essential reason why WrestleMania is not 2 nights, because I think we all remember WrestleMania 35, and we're all just like, oh my God, this was so long, because they were trying to put so much on that card. Guess what? Now WrestleMania is 2 nights. Like, if AEW wants to continue, they need to shorten up these pay-per-views because, yes, fans are getting their money's worth, okay? I'll be the first one to admit, fans are getting their money's worth. The thing is it can set fatigue in. Like, I was literally talking to Debo this last night.
Hours?
But I was literally talking to Debo last night about it. I'm just like, bro, how is it we start these pay-per-views and we're both like just dog tired, but when we get to that last hour of it, we all just like, yeah, because it's like, you have a long road ahead of you. It's like going on a long trip. You're just like, all right, let's get to it. But then you don't start getting geeked for the location till you that last like hour, 30 minutes of that drive. It's like, hey, but like I say, there were some great things. There were some great things in the show. Like I say, it's just there are certain matches that you don't need to have on the pay-per-view. And mind you, anybody that knows me knows I am not against women's wrestling. I'm actually a big fan of women's wrestling. But there was a 4-way tag team match last night. And I'm going to list off the teams. It was the Timeless Love Bombs with Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. You got the Babes of Wrath with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. The Sisters of Sin, which are Julia Hart and Sky Blue. And then Megan Bain and Marina Shafir. The winner of that match got to determine the stipulation for the semifinal match.
Hold on, Mace got a question. Hold on. He raised his hand. He got a question.
Go ahead, Mace. Go ahead.
All right, man. So I'm critical of the 5 hours, but I'm not gonna hold you, bro. These women team up names, fairly elite.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I don't listen, bro. Whoever's coming up with the team names, that person needs a raise. Whoever's coming up with the team names, that person needs a raise. Let's start there, right? The Babes of Wrath? Brother.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, I gotta agree. Mace is dead on with that one, brother. That is excellent work right there.
Listen, Triple H, I need y'all boys to step your game up. I'm just be real with you, bro. The Babes of Wrath. Come on, dog.
Oh yeah.
What did WWE get? What, the 4 horsemen?
4 horsewomen?
4 horsewomen? Or what were they called?
Oh no, they never actually had an actual name.
Yeah, see, look at that, bro. Somebody like needs to be fired, and somebody needs a raise, all in the same vein. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bro. The Babes of Wrath, I'm here for it. Sign me up.
I say. But the reason I want to talk about that one is that that's a match that, you know what, they're doing in the middle of this tag title tournament to crown the first women's tag champions. I didn't necessarily need that match on the pay-per-view. Okay. Now, when you have Mercedes Moné, and you have Chris Statlander. That's a match you need because Mercedes has been on this belt collector thing.
Hold on. Mercedes Moan. Word.
Hey, bro, he forgot the little dash on top of the E, bro.
What were you talking to Daryl this morning or something? Is that
he forgot the little dash on top of the E, bro?
Nah, I was listening to the words of the great Jim Cornette.
Oh Lord, no goddamn wonder.
Nah, but that's the type of match, and everything like that. Like, in all honesty, I would have had that. I would have had the tournament culminate at Full Gear last night, and then also we have a new title in AEW, the AEW national title, and congrats to the inaugural champion, Ricochet himself.
Which I did want to ask you. Too many titles at this point, T?
Oh, there's too many titles in every company. And the thing is, AEW not only has AEW titles, but they have Ring of Honor titles that fall underneath their umbrella. And then at the same time, didn't they just unify 2 belts so that Kazuchika Okada be the unified champion? And once again, and like I said, I said this to Debo last night, and Debo is a big fan of Okada, okay? I'm like, this man has a belt. I cannot recall the last time he defended it. I can't. Like, it's literally like he has the belt just so he has one. It's like he made a deal with Tony Khan and say, hey, I come there, I need to have a title at all times. Except for when I first get there, but then, yeah, I need a title. So, but no, yeah, way too many titles. And because, like I say, on the men's side, you've got so many belts. You got the world title, the TNT title. You've got the United Night Championship. Now you got the national championship. You got the tag titles. I'm pretty sure there's more. I'm forgetting. There's one. The trios titles. Like, you got that. That's just the men's side, and I'm not even counting Ring of Honor. So, I don't know.
It's too many champions, bro. It's too many. I'm gonna say it for you. It is way too many champions at this point.
Listen, bro.
Like, it's crazy how many championships they have.
Well, now that it makes total sense now why they got 5-hour TV shows. They got to drop 10 championship title fights in one pay-per-view.
Most of the fights weren't even for titles.
All right, so check this out. Somebody wrap this thing up, because ain't no way I'm going to have 20,000 championships and they all not fighting on the pay-per-view. What are we doing?
Okay.
And now and you're saying they're making a new tag team women's, so they adding a new belt?
Yeah, they're adding new titles. Yeah,
correct.
They're adding women's tag titles. Yeah, but here's the thing. Now I'm saying, so on the main show, the actual pay-per-view show, I'm not going to count the pre-show one. That 3 of the matches on that show did not have titles. 3.
Are they like contender fights? Is it like whoever wins this is getting the title fight?
No.
Like I say, so that'll make no sense.
One of them was the 4-way tag match I mentioned, and it's to choose a stipulation if you want. Okay, for your semifinal match, not the finals, semifinal. The other one was Pac versus Darby Allin. The other one was Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly, which good news for Kyle because they're trying to build Kyle up, and Kyle O'Reilly is one of the best wrestlers out there. But you're talking main card, three matches that did not have real true championship implications. It wasn't like, oh, number one contender this, number one contender that. No, it was 3 matches that were like, oh, Pac put Darby through a burning table. Now Darby wants to get his get back, and Darby lost. Oh, Kyle and John been doing this whole thing where John's been tapping out ever since he lost the belt. Guess what? Kyle got his, and then the 4-way. It's
that feels like a Tuesday afternoon to me. I'm sorry.
Let's say,
yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
see right there, bro. You could have cut 45 minutes off the show right there by slapping them on Tuesday. So, hey, bro, somebody email me, write me a check, bro. I'm saving y'all some time, bro. Right there, them 3 right there.
Look,
Tuesday.
I know I haven't said the most during this segment, but let me say this: 5 hours, fam. That is too much. We were literally, as wrestling fans, complaining when WrestleMania was that long for one night, right? Yep. We were literally like, "This is too much." We all love WrestleMania, but this is terrible, right? So we can't really deal with 5 hours. That's too much for anything. And as Mace so astutely put, the Super Bowl ain't even on for 5 hours,
right?
Gee, and we talking about football games. We know you got to dedicate 3 hours of your day to this, and with the Super Bowl, you talking about you get a half-hour performance too. And it's still not 5 hours? Nah, bro. That's too much wrestling for anybody. I'm sorry. That's way too much. Tony Khan, I appreciate the fact that you're trying to give people a chance to shine. I do appreciate that. But, brother, cut that shit down or make it 2 nights. One of the two.
Like I said, bro, listen, bro, somebody email me, write me a check. I just saved y'all 45 minutes, bro. 3 matches could have been a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I look, and I know I told you guys beforehand I didn't get to watch it. I did start checking out some highlights before we got on here after I was texting you guys. And it looked like they had an exciting show, man. It looked like they had some things. And looking back through my social media feed, right, it looked like people were enjoying the show. But Jesus Christ, dog, 5 hours, that's too much. I can't do
it. And in all honesty, like I say, great matches. I think what we're starting to experience is a really weird thing. And I think it's like, because so many times in wrestling shows, we see the crowd just start to die when it gets to a certain point, like when it gets so long. I think now with AEW, I think it's to the point where you have that front fatigue, okay, where people are just like, okay, we're going to go through these matches, blah, blah. It's going to be good matches. And then they get up for like a couple matches in the middle. Then they come back down once you get closer to the main event. When you get to that main event, now you look, if something surprising happens, you're looking like, okay, what's going to happen next? Because like I say, last night, Samoa Joe, won the title. Well, when they were done, all of a sudden, and then the second you saw that silhouette and you saw that glowing crown and you saw Prince Nana, you were just like, oh, Swerve's back. And then new music, new everything. Now, like I say, I know the kids nowadays say aura, and there's very few wrestlers that have that aura about them, okay, in my honest opinion. I think if you look at AEW, like actually really look at it, there's 3 guys in AEW that have that aura, okay? That when they walk out, actually I'm gonna say 4. That when they walk out, it's just like, oh, it's a different level, okay? Number 1 is going to definitely be Will Ospreay, which we hope he gets back soon. 2, it's definitely going to have to be Swerve. 3, you got to give it to Moxley because he has been there and he just something about him in a match seems like it's bigger than what it is. And see, Jerome's trying to say something, but
I'm done with you. See, now you done lost the plot. You said Moxley's got aura. We're done. No.
Hey,
stop. Stop. I will not allow that. That's a lie.
Hold on. So you don't disagree with me with Ospreay?
So give me number 4, bro. Give me number 4. Hurry up.
See, Jerome threw off my train of thought.
I'm gonna give you an honorable
number 4, Kenny Omega.
And I'm about to give y'all boys the real GOAT, the real MVP of all this. Whoever naming them women's group, that's the real aura farmer in AEW. I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, bro. I'm sold on Babes of Wrath. I'm sorry. I'm sold. Sign me up.
Wait.
Where do I get a t-shirt?
So Sisters of Sin and Timeless Love Bombs not sold on?
I'm sold on all of them, bro. Babes of Wrath, Sisters of Sin. Come on, dog. Timeless Love Bombs. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Oh, you gotta see the time of those Love Bombs entrance. They do a whole dance routine and everything.
Listen, bro, man. Aura on 1,000. That guy needs a raise. Whoever is naming these teams needs a raise, bro. Hashtag give that man a raise. Give that woman a raise. I don't care who it is. They need more jackets.
Well, speaking of auras, the guys we're about to talk about here have got to have some big auras because, gentlemen, it's time for your way too early NBA MVP picks. So I got to ask here, Mace, we've had a pretty nice start to the season here. We've seen some guys come out and be playing in some historic ways. Who is your way too early MVP pick?
Oh, it's Luka. He didn't put the team on his back, man.
Well, I'm not surprised Lakers fan pick Luka. Ooh.
Bro, the hate is real, right? Man, leave Luka alone, bro. He came into the season in shape. You know what I'm saying? My man.
Do you trust that though? Let me ask you, do you trust that?
I have to, bro. I'm a fan. I have to.
No, you don't, because you don't trust Jerry Jones like that. You don't just give him implicit trust. So you don't have to just
Does Jerry Jones look like a person that you can trust? Like does his face look trustworthy to you?
Hey, Luka Doncic doesn't necessarily look like somebody that I can trust to be in shape for basketball all the time. So I mean,
he looked like he came to the season in shape.
The first season out of how many years he been in the league?
It don't matter, bro. Sometimes people will like donuts. What you want from them?
I mean, in all honesty, like what y'all were saying about Jerry Jones has a face you could trust if you want to, skin some greyhounds and make a vest out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus,
that's what
is he, Mr. Burns?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, 1,000%, bro.
Jesus.
I feel like the inspiration from Mr. Burns came from Jerry Jones. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think he took over the team around the same time, so that he started. So I mean, you're not probably,
chill out, chill, bro.
I think they saw Jerry and like aged him about 20 years, and it was like, yeah, Mr. Burns right here, let's run it. But anyways, yeah, man, I feel like it's Luka, bro. I probably would have picked a Wemby if it wasn't for the injury that came up. But just looking at like who's healthy right now and like who's playing, probably Luka and Jokic probably 1 and 2 in my opinion right now.
Okay, T, who do you got as your way too early NBA MVP?
In all honesty, I think we're gonna see a repeat from last year. I think it's gonna be SGA because. Like I say, just something about that Thunder team and the fact that man is, like I say, think about it. They're 16-1 right now. Okay, let's just look at that. They're 16-1 right now. The man's averaging almost 32 points a game. Like you have to look at the fact that this man was the MVP last year, and he's just like, oh, y'all thought that was no, we about to make sure y'all remember our names. Y'all ain't gonna think OKC was a 1-year thing. No, we gonna make y'all remember. I think SGA gonna be the guy that takes the MVP.
So for me, look, I'm still saying that I think Wemby's gonna win it. I am sticking with my prediction of last year, but if I pick somebody outside of Wemby, because maybe the injuries, he misses too many games where it ends up not being a thing, right? His numbers may still say he's great, but too many games. We've seen this before. I don't think after the Joel Embiid stuff, I don't think we'll ever get a guy getting an MVP without playing a lot of games anymore.
I think the qualification is like 63 or something like that.
Yeah, so I just don't think that we'll ever even a guy playing just the minimum. I don't think that they will be able to win MVP at this point. So if I had to pick somebody based off of who I think is going to end up being fully eligible for all of this, I got to agree with Terrell, man. Dude, Shea is playing outrageous. I know people may not realize it because his game isn't necessarily the flashiest game. It's very, very efficient, but not the flashiest. But his numbers are crazy. This year, he's averaging 31.9 a game with 5 rebounds and basically almost 7 assists and a steal and a half a game while shooting 53 from the field and 40 from downtown. Dog, he's approaching. I mean, his numbers 3-point wise right now are close to what was prime Klay Thompson field goal 3-point percentage numbers. I won't say Steph Curry, because Steph was shooting like 40 at his prime. He was shooting like 43, 44 from downtown, which is insane. But it was Klay Thompson, 40% for sure. Dog. I don't know how you pick against that. Don't get me wrong. I think Luke is having a great year too. I absolutely, I don't think you're being wild by what you're saying, Mace. I know I gave you crap for it being, him being on the Lakers, but still, he's putting up good numbers. 31, 8, and 9, right? But he's shooting 47 from the field and 31 from downtown. I think you guys both know I harp heavily on efficiency when it comes to parsing out like the who's the best of the best. And I'm sorry, I got to take the guy that's more efficient from the field than the guy who's less efficient. I got to. Now, all that being said, if my man, who I think still is going to win the MVP, even though he's missed his last 3 games, if Victor, on the other hand, stay healthy, boy, 26, 12, 4, 1, and what is he, 4 blocks a game right now?
Something like that, yeah. Somewhere around
50% from the field and 34 from downtown. Oh, absurd. That is the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. So my number 1 pick for sure is Victor. But if I had to pick somebody else based off of what may happen injury-wise, right, it'd be Shea.
Yeah,
now, I know you said last year that my pick wasn't too bold. But how you feel now? Nigga, he gonna win. He might mess around win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Talking about it ain't bold.
Him winning MVP solely isn't bold. Him winning both slightly.
Name me another third-year player that won the MVP. Because I got a surprise for you. There's only one guy that's actually
wasn't it
done
Derrick
it.
Rose? He wasn't in his 3rd year when he won?
Nope. You know who it was?
I thought it was D. Rose.
You know who it was?
Who?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Okay? So we talking about Wemby doing Michael Jeffrey Jordan things, fam. Okay? The GOAT. And you talking about it ain't that bold.
Him winning, no, I told you, him winning MVP solely winning MVP is not a bold statement.
Third-year player ain't won it since Michael.
That's okay, bro. I don't feel like that's a bold statement, bro. Sometimes you just see see somebody and you're like, okay, bro, he's great. I'm not saying it's a bold statement because Wemby doesn't have the talent.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Derrick Rose is another one. I'm sorry. I thought his was year 4. It was year 3. My apologies.
Yeah, I say it is very. I would say it is very plausible, bro. When
two niggas in the last 40 years of NBA history have done that.
Yeah, and Wemby could easily be the 3rd.
2 out of 40. 2 out of 40. And you telling me that's not bold?
And they both play for Chicago.
It's not bold, bro. Wemby could easily be the 3rd. I mean, we saw it. We saw it last year. We were like, he's probably a year or 2 away. We saw this last year.
I don't understand how you don't feel that possibly being 3 out of 41 isn't something bold.
He's good enough to do it. That doesn't feel bold to me. I'm sorry.
There's been other guys that were good enough to do it. LeBron James was good enough to do it in his 3rd year. Did he win it in his 3rd year? No.
They might have been hating. They might have been hating, bro. You know how they do, bro.
Bruh.
It's not a bold statement. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. We saw this at the end of last season, and probably by the end of his first season, we realized that Wemby was actually him. You know what I'm saying? The end of Wemby's rookie season, Pop actually took the handcuffs off and let that man ball.
No, what happened was that Cisco and the Pips decided to finally step in line and realize that, hey, dog, this ain't about you around here. Okay? This is about this. Did you see that big 7'4" dude right there? That's who this is about.
So yeah, man.
I
don't feel like it's a bold statement. We saw this coming. I definitely expect Wemby to win multiple MVPs in his NBA career.
All I hear is
he could very well win one this year.
It is year 3, and you are saying that's not bold. That's crazy.
No, it's not. He looks like he
there's two people over the course of 40 years that have done it, Mace, in year 3, and you're telling me it's not bold.
It's not.
Okay, whatever's clever. My question for you now, though, is we've seen a lot of up and down with Jordan Love this year, and actually over the course of like last year, right? We saw a lot of up and down. I feel like this dude is very polarizing to a lot of people. So I'm going to ask you, Mace, first, and then T, you can answer right after Mace here. Is Jordan Love just good and not great? Because what I mean by this, Mason, to put it in context for all our viewers that have rode with us through the years here, is he closer to the Kirk Cousins line than he is being the Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow line? Is he closer to that?
I think he is closer to the Kirk Cousins line, right? But I think it comes from his mentality as a passer. Who said this before? He's got more Brett Favre in him than Aaron Rodgers.
YOLO!
And he doesn't have the receivers on the team to bail him out. Sure, he's got some good guys. He's got some guys that can get open, but he doesn't have a bailout out there.
Well, honestly, I think his bailout is just getting back in Christian Watson, because that's been his, hey, I can kind of just throw it down there to you and you will go get the ball for me kind of guy.
So yeah, like he's good, not great, but sometimes being good is really all you need.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking this in the sense of can the Packers win games with him or get in the playoffs?
Yeah.
I think he is a good quarterback, but my question is this the max we're going to see for him, or can it actually get a little bit better? Because to me, it feels like his play has kind of plateaued out, right? Where there's kind of big swings and variance. One week he looks like the best quarterback in football, right? Then the next week he struggles to score 13 points against the Giants. You know what I mean? Like it's been a weird variance. So T, I ask you, do you think that he is good or is he great? Is he closer to that Kirk Cousins line, or is he closer to the top of the league with the Mahomes and the Lamars and Pats and Joe Burrows, the MVP candidate kind of guys?
All right, so I'm gonna answer this in 2 different ways, okay? But because I do agree with Mace in saying that I think he's closer to that Kirk Cousins line. Just because, and once again, we've seen shoddy quarterback plays from like quarterbacks and their teams win Super Bowls. Okay, we've seen that. Okay, we're
looking at you, Trent Dilfer.
Thank you. I was about to say we all remember that Baltimore Ravens team that won the Super Bowl. They didn't win because of Trent Dilfer. They won because of that defense. Okay, I think Jordan Love, if he has,
truthfully, we're looking at you too, Peyton Manning on the Broncos.
Yep, 100%. I mean, like I say, we was all taking naps during that Super Bowl, but I'll say this, and the reason why he's polarizing is because he plays for a team that has not had really any true quarterback turmoil for what, almost 30, 40 years?
Like, they've had 3 starting quarterbacks since what, the 90s?
Yeah. And let's say it was Favre, Rodgers, and Love.
What is it? Favre took over in 91, I want to say 91 or 92. So since then, they've had 3 quarterbacks. Three people that they named their starters. They've had other guys play spot duty for injuries, right? But they've had 3 starting quarterbacks since then. Yes.
Right. That is ridiculous, you know? Like I say, you see other teams like they're shuffling around their quarterbacks and everything like that. And I think one of the reasons why he's polarizing is because that Green Bay fan base is so used to, oh, we have greatness behind center. Be happy with good, okay? Be happy with good. Don't be happy with good. I'd rather have a good quarterback than a subpar quarterback. Let's say what? I mean, there's a lot of teams out there that would be like, hey, Jordan Love's solid game manager. We'd love to have him. You know, I mean, think about it. About 2 years ago, what? Would you want it, Daniel Jones? No, you wouldn't have. Now you do, but you wouldn't have. Let's say it's fan bases need to calm the heck down because, number one, your team's still over 500. Number two, y'all got title aspirations. Guess what? So does everybody else in the NFL, okay? Number three, why don't we just send Jordan Love to Vegas and y'all can take Geno Smith? We'll do that trade. Let's do the trade. Raiders, send Geno to Green Bay. Green Bay, send Jordan to and let's hear these Packers fans begging, please bring Jordan back. Please bring Jordan back. Calm down.
Hey,
okay?
Look. So for me on this, to answer the question, right, I think he is most definitely closer to the Kirk Cousins line because I give Matt LaFleur a lot of credit for what he is as an offensive play caller. We saw when Jordan Love went out, he had Malik Willis playing at a rate that you could still win with. And I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke to you and be like, oh, yeah, Malik Willis was out here looking like a franchise quarterback or something. No, it wasn't that. But he was still able to scheme it up well enough that the team was competitive and had a chance to win every game with Malik Willis. So my questions about Jordan Love come to when he's asked to play above the scheme, what happens? And that's where I feel like a lot of those YOLO balls end up coming up. That's where a lot of those, I'm going to throw it off my back foot comes out. And it's something that I know I've talked about with friend of the show, Rude here. I've talked about it with other people. The next level of quarterback play in the league now is you have to be able to make some off-schedule plays. You have to. It's why you look at a guy like Jared Goff in Detroit. He is the last of those type of quarterbacks that we're probably going to see. Him and Stafford, right, are really like the last of that we're going to see because the modern game now demands that you have a quarterback that when the defense gets it right and everything is going bad, this guy can make something happen for you. So my thing is I think Jordan Love is closer to that good line. If he could step up and start playing above this scheme, I would lean him more towards those guys, right? But I have not seen a consistency from him where he does that. Like I said, one game, literally it happened this season. He was looking like, oh, man, Jordan Love might be on the way to win an MVP. And then the next game, they struggled to score 13 points.
That was probably against Dallas.
Look, hey,
before
we
get to the team updates, I just want to give y'all one stat here that's going to blow your mind. Teams, the week after they played Dallas, are averaging 14 less points a game. Like they play Dallas one week, next week, chop 14 points off their total. It's a real thing. I've seen it happen every week. Every week, a team after they play Dallas, they look abysmal on offense.
So here's the thing: it's happened with Jordan Love twice this season, right? So he was looking great against the Lions and then the Commanders. Then they put up 10 points against the Browns. He looked like dog crap in that game, right? Then they had the tie against the Packers. He looked good again in that game. Looked good again against the Bengals. Then he was all right against the Cardinals. He was good against the Steelers. Then he played the Panthers, where he only scored 13 points, and then played the Eagles, where he only scored 10 points. So that's why I say it's like, dude, sometimes this guy seems like he's the best quarterback in the league. Other times he's right in the middle. I do want to address one thing here before we move on, since we had number one hater coming in here throwing his comment. Look, man, he's still a year 3 player. Just because you hadn't seen it before doesn't mean nothing. You hadn't seen a goddamn LeBron James before. Okay? The closest thing you had seen to a LeBron James before was a Magic Johnson. And they are not the same player. So yeah, hey, don't act like just because you ain't seen it before, it don't make it bold. Nigga, we ain't seen Sean Bradley before, but I ain't seen nobody trying to pick him for MVP. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's because Sean Bradley had a hard time, left foot, right foot. But anyways,
I'm just saying. But moving forward here, we got to get to the Bears and Cowboys updates before we get to our weekly picks here. Mace, circling back to the conversation that we had at the start of the show. Where you at feeling-wise with your team right now? Because, look, I'm feeling like you shouldn't have no damn complaints at all. I understand your defense hasn't been what you needed, but y'all have made some pertinent moves that are going to make the defense better. Q-Will was already balling for y'all last week. How you feeling?
About the on-field product, great. Quentin Williams essentially, I think the best way to explain Quentin Williams is that he makes everybody else on the defense markedly better. Sample size against the Raiders, I don't know how we can judge that. I think today is going to be a more comparable judge of how well the team is going to be with him on it. Yeah, man, on-field product, I feel great. Front office is always shaky, bruh, but we are essentially as healthy as we probably will be at any point in time in the season. As far as I know, we have Diggs is like the only player on IR for us right now. Everybody's coming back. I was really excited to have Overshown and Revel back, or Revel for the first time and Overshown back. They both looked really good in their debuts. It's pretty easy to play linebacker when you have 3 space eaters up front pretty much at all times. Jerry and Steven scare me when it comes to managing the cap, but somehow you have to figure out how to get Kenny Clark, Quentin Williams, and Osa within that. Like you have $60 million essentially tied to your defensive tackles, but we got to figure it out. I don't care what you got to do, Jerry. You have to figure it out to keep those 3 individuals on this front, because we've seen that they can produce the pass rush, and we know Kenny Clark and Quentin are going to be stout in the run game. They're going to keep our linebacker, keep offensive linemen's hands off of our linebackers. With a little bit of health, we could very well we could very well luck into the playoffs, but it's highly improbable. I think these next 3 weeks are kind of like either we make it or we don't. Because we have Eagles today, Chiefs, and then Lions in back-to-back weeks. So at minimum, if we don't come out of these 3 games 2-1, I think our playoffs hopes are pretty much gone at that point. But a 10-5 or 10-6-1 team can very well make the playoffs. But
I just want to point out that this is vastly different than how you felt about 6 weeks ago.
Because the team is markedly better than 6 weeks ago.
I'm just pointing that out. I'm not saying that the team's not better. Just point it out. It is funny to see where you were 6 weeks ago and see where you are now.
Yeah, 6 weeks ago, we didn't have Michael or Quentin Williams. We had Trayvon Diggs on one leg. We didn't have no Overshown. 6 weeks ago, I think CeeDee Lamb was probably out for 3. All of our majority of our starting offensive linemen was hurt. I mean, 6 weeks ago, this was a completely different team. Today,
Fair enough.
We got Q, offensive line healthy, CD Lamb back. George Pickens is balling.
You need to tell your boys to stay out the bar, Mace. Make sure they on time.
Man, listen, bro. They was in Vegas. They was in Vegas, bro. They was doing some young boy. They was doing some. Okay. They was in Vegas, bro. They was doing some young man activities. I think George Pickens is an interesting influence on CD Lamb, or actually he's a good running partner for CD Lamb, just because CD Lamb can now do some grimy things, and it's okay because George Pickens is always going to do something worse. So listen, bro. I think CD's been waiting for this moment, right? Because if you look, he's always had a clean cut receiving partner. Now he's got George Pickens, bro. We know George do some grimy things, though. We know.
Something wrong with him. T, how you feeling about the state of the Bears being at 7-3 right now? Looking to go 8-3 today.
Like I say.
By the way, that's 7-3, first place in the NFC North.
Yep. Yeah.
Didn't we call this though?
Look, man. I know there was confidence on the ITC brand in the Bears. A lot of people out there in the media was out there hating, but this ITC brand had a whole lot of confidence in the Bears and Ben Johnson. So
Let's say I feel good about the Bears. But like say, and that's the thing, like so many of the analysts are just like, oh, it's not sustainable what they're doing. But it's like, really look at the last 7 games of the season for them. I mean, I honestly think we could take the game against Pittsburgh today. But then, like I say, in all honesty, if I was to say the Bears' final season record, I'd say they go 11-6.
Hey, look, the Bears better bum rest these fools today. We got Mason Rudolph starting at quarterback for the Steelers.
Mason's actually starting.
Loose.
Oh, Mason's actually starting.
We ain't got. I don't care if all of our starting linebackers are hurt, nigga. We better knock they neck loose.
Like I say, Mason Rudolph, like I say, because here's the thing: even as banged up as our secondary is, we still got playmakers.
I only wish, Mace, that Ryan Poles would have been able to get that trade for Myles Garrett, because then we would have had that man having flashbacks.
Oh no, not
PTSD. Not that guy again. No.
Hey man, I'm pretty sure Mason Rudolph may slightly hate black people because of what Myles Garrett did. And it's justifiable too. I ain't even mad at him, bro, because if a grown individual hits me up top of my head with a helmet, bro, I'm gonna have hate for a lot of people.
Let's see.
It's not just gonna be directed at the person that hit me, bro. I'm gonna have hate for a lot of people, bro.
Shoot, I'm hoping today.
Issues, Mace.
You can't run up on me with like a handbag in your hand or nothing like that, bro. Listen, dog. You're immediately the op.
All I'm saying is, Mason Rudolph. Let's say we all gonna be. I'm hoping today we're all singing. Rudolph, the on his back quarterback, had a very bad game. and when the Bears messed him up, he never played the same. Like.
He wrote this down. I know for a fact he wrote those verses.
I did not write it down at all.
He had to. He must have been practicing it. He didn't write it down, but he was practicing it.
Nope,
sure.
not at all. That's
for sure. He was practicing.
That is off the top of the dome, bro.
Oh my god! Look, because we got to hurry up and get to the picks here too. I feel great about the Bears right now. There are some things that obviously that I wish they would get better. Like I wish consistently we had a more efficient pass rush. But I think that may be in part just due to our corners situation not being great for most of the season. Most of the season we've been playing with Nahshon Wright as our number 1 corner. And if our corners are all healthy, he is at best our number 4. So we've had a weird situation here. I think it's going to get better. We're seeing that Gordon and Johnson are both back practicing, so this should get better for the defense. They should be able to start actually getting some coverage sacks, which will then allow the defense to play better overall and not just be so much feast or famine as far as turnovers go. All that being said, I think the Bears are going to make the playoffs, and they should end up winning the North, even with the schedules they have left. Because even with the Packers having 2 games on our schedule left, I ain't scared of them. My quarterback showed me last year he ain't scared of them, and this team ain't scared of them. So I ain't scared. So Bears, baby, bear the fuck down. $5 on my fine, by the way. Yep. I shouldn't have said that for.
All right, bro, you didn't curse like 5 times, bro. You up like $20 at this point, bro. I'll be real with you.
I'm spicy today. Hey, blame what was happening in that chat, Mace. They got me spicy, okay? they didn't piss me off over the course of a couple of days. Blame all of them. That being said, we do have to get into this week's picks. So we're going to kind of hit this rapid fire. So, gentlemen, be ready with your quick pick here. All right, so we're going to start here. Colts and Chiefs. Mace, who you got?
I got the Colts, man. Jonathan Allen's easily the MVP this year. Or Jonathan Taylor,
who you got? That is actually something we will be talking about on next week's show is who do we got as the NFL MVP people. So stay tuned for that one. All right, yeah, I got Colts here too. I have lost faith in the Chiefs because I don't think their defense is where it was over previous years, and that is causing them some problems at this point. So, because they could usually count on getting a stop. They can't do that anymore. All right, Seahawks at Titans. Mace, who you got?
Seahawks.
T, who you got?
Seahawks.
Yeah, it's a Seahawks sweep. The Titans are a wasteland. Vikings at Packers. Mace, who you got?
I got the Packers.
T, who you got?
I believe in 9.
I hate to say this, but I got the Packers. JJ McCarthy is looking terrible right now. He clearly needs more reps.
Free Jettas, bro. Free Jettas. So I think free Jettas.
I think it gets a little better, but Jesus, it's been bad. Jets at Ravens. Mace, who you got?
I got the Ravens, bro. Justin traded everybody away.
See who you got.
Come on, that's not even the question. It's the Ravens all day, baby.
Yeah, it's a Ravens sweep. All right, here. Giants at Lions. T, who you got?
Who's starting for the Giants? Because let's say it's Winston.
The backup. Dart is still out.
Okay, then yeah, I'm going Lions.
Hold on, didn't I say this? I said all 3 quarterbacks for the Giants are going to play at some point this
you did.
And we got famous Jameis in there. You love to see it. Because of that, bro, I'm picking the Giants. Let's go.
Oh, goodness. You know what, man? I'm going to pick the Giants here. I'm going to actually go with Mace. I feel like this is one of these games where Jameis just blacks out. And we get one of those famous Jameis speeches after the game.
We eating the dubs, brother.
So I just feel it, bro. I feel it. So yeah, I'm going Giants here. Steelers at Bears. See who you got.
The Bears.
Mace, who you got?
I got the Bears here.
Yeah, but it's a Bears sweep. Mason Rudolph about to get his neck knocked loose. Patriots at Bengals. Mace, who you got?
The Patriots.
T, who you got?
Pats.
I'm going to have to go Patriots for sure on this. I don't trust Joe Flacco. Browns versus Raiders. I'm curious on this one, fellas. All right, so T, who you got?
I got to take a nap. That's what I got to do. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Mace, who you got?
They gonna tie, bro.
I'm gonna go Browns here. I think Shador gets a win in his
bro. Yeah, I got the Browns,
week
man.
Of practice.
I'm really pulling for Shador, dog. Like I
yeah, the Raiders are terrible, and that Browns defense is legitimately really, really good. Jaguars at Cardinals. Mace, who you got?
I got the Cardinals.
T, who you got?
I'm gonna go Jags.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags here. Eagles at Cowboys. Mace, who you got?
I got Dallas here.
T, who you got?
Tush push, baby.
I'm gonna have to go Cowboys here. I'm starting to lose faith in those Eagles. Falcons at Saints. Mace, who you got?
Cousins is playing, bro. He's the nicest guy in the league, bro. I got
Man, make your damn pick. Come on.
Falcons, bro.
T, who you got, man?
A catastrophe, but I'm gonna go with ATL.
Yeah, you know what? I don't trust either of these teams, but I sure as hell don't trust Tyler Show. So yeah, Falcons. Bucks at Rams, Sunday Night Football. T, who you got?
Rams.
Mace, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Rams here. And then Monday Night Football, we got Panthers at Niners. Mace, who you got?
I got the Panthers, bro. That run game has been elite over the last few weeks.
T, who you got?
I'm gonna go with San Fran.
I'm going Panthers here. I do not trust the San Francisco 49ers at this point. Their defense has gotten worse, and their offense is not great. They haven't been great with not having Ayuk there for recovering from his ACL, MCL, and losing Deebo Samuel. They are not a very good team at this point. This may actually serve them great, though, because they're going to end up with another high draft pick. All that being said, Mace, tell the people where to find you.
You know, man, Twitter at funky_Steph09, Twitch, twitch.tv/swaggymace. Hit your boy up.
T, tell the people where to find you.
TCampbell_ITC on IG, and you can also find me on the Twitter at The Real Trey Camp.
At Jay Spanderman, everywhere you see my pretty face or the ITC logo. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate us, review us. So if you only give us 4 stars instead of giving us 5 stars, I'm inclined to think that you are a hater. You don't want me to think that because I'm a really nice guy, and when I see you, I'm going to call you out on your. All that being said, this is another resounding episode of your favorite weekly sports show, and that is ITC
Sportsball.
Sportsball.
I like it.